Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really fascinating digital asset called the one-person business system. But look, we aren't just poking around inside the digital box today. We're also investigating the creator's track record, leaning heavily on a deeply researched third-party review from ClickRena. So this is an explainer of two halves, really. We've got the promise of the product itself and the hard facts behind the person actually selling it. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap. First, decoding the PLR system. Then, a rapid-fire look inside the 9 components. After that, verifying the creator's history, going over the pricing in fine print, and finally, laying out our verdict and recommendations.
Section 1. Decoding the PLR system. So you might be wondering, what exactly is PLR? Well, this isn't just your typical course that you sit back, watch, and learn from. It's PLR, which stands for Private Label Rights. When you buy PLR, you're essentially purchasing a digital asset outright. It gives you the full right to rebrand it, edit it, and resell the content as your very own. And the best part? You keep 100% of the profits. You're basically buying the rights to be the product creator, all without having to sit down and write the whole thing from scratch yourself. What we're looking at here is a massive 150-page, totally done-for-you package that's marketed directly towards solopreneurs. The big pitch is that you get to just skip the agonizing weeks or even months of planning, researching, writing, and designing. It's pitched as a complete business asset ready to be monetized right away. You could sell it as a premium program, use it as a high-value lead magnet, or literally just chop it up into smaller, bite-sized products. Section 2. Inside the 9 components. Let's open up this digital box and see what's actually in there. First up, we've got the Your One-Person AI Team Guide. Now, this is designed to solve a massive bottleneck for solopreneurs, right? Limited bandwidth. It gives you targeted prompts to essentially simulate hiring 6 different virtual assistants. We're talking a content assistant, a research assistant, customer support, the whole shebang. And the absolute coolest part, you can set this whole structure up without touching a single line of code. Next is the marketing machine. Look, we all know solopreneurs often completely burn out trying to be absolutely everywhere on every single social media platform. It's exhausting. This component completely flips that script. It outlines a sustainable marketing system built around just one primary traffic method. It's all about getting into a realistic weekly rhythm rather than just draining yourself with endless marketing theory. Then we have the Model Matchmaker. And this isn't just some boring, static PDF. It's actually an interactive browser-based quiz. You just plug in your budget, your available time, and how you genuinely want to work, and the tool pairs you up with the exact business model that fits your actual life. So no more guessing or blindly copying whatever trendy business model is blowing up on your feed today. And this brilliantly illustrates the core of the entire package. The playbook is the absolute flagship guide of this system. It's built to walk absolute beginners through structuring a lean solo operation. It tackles that crucial mindset shift from being an employee to an owner, and it shows you how to design a business from day one that won't secretly require a massive, expensive team to keep it alive. We'll close out our quick visual tour here with the Opportunity Validator. Honestly, this might just be the most vital piece of the puzzle because it's designed to stop you from making the single most expensive mistake in business. It gives you 7 crucial checks to make sure you have a real audience with a genuine willingness to pay. It basically guarantees you aren't wasting time building something that nobody actually wants. Section 3. Verifying the creator's history. Let's do a little digging into Liz Tomey. The ClickRena review maps out a really interesting timeline of trust here. Liz Tomey has actually been creating and selling PLR content since way back around 2004 or 2005. That's a long time. Now, full transparency, the reviewer did uncover a complaint on the ripoff report from 2015. But wait, here's why that's actually a hugely important, positive data point. The filing itself documents that the complaint was completely resolved and the customer was issued a full refund. Honestly, having an independently verified, decade-old resolved complaint demonstrates a way stronger track record of accountability than some completely unknown vendor who just pops up overnight and vanishes the next day. Now, what's really interesting about this is that her reputation is highly documented. Independent third-party sources, including some seriously extensive archives on Munchai, verify her long history of product launches. In fact, one independent review of a past product literally called her the Queen of PLR. On top of that, the reviewer highlights that she actually writes her own PLR content rather than just outsourcing it to cheap ghostwriters. And in this specific marketplace, that is a massive differentiator. Section 4, Pricing and the Fine Print. So, what is this actually going to cost you? Check out this incredibly simple funnel data captured straight from the live affiliate dashboard. The entire system is exactly $97. What is highly unusual and honestly quite refreshing for this kind of industry is the total lack of order bumps or hidden upsells. None. You are getting a single $97 offer. There's no exhausting labyrinth of extra purchases you have to navigate just to get the full value.
However, you absolutely must be aware of the fine print, because some pretty aggressive automated bot blockers actually kept the reviewer out of the live sales page. They had to do some manual sleuthing to verify her standard policy from her other PLR listings. Quoting her directly here, "I do not offer refunds on any of my PLR content." And look, because PLR gives you the source files and those reseller rights instantly, a strict default no refund policy is incredibly common. You should absolutely expect it to apply here.
Section 5, Final Verdict and our recommendations. Let's wrap this up.
So, the crucial point is, how do we bring all this investigative data together? The reviewer provided a really neutral, objective pre-purchase checklist. Think about buying it if you want a verified, super simple funnel from an established, long-term PLR vendor. But you should probably skip it if you absolutely need a money-back guarantee to feel safe in your purchase. Also, a quick heads up, the reviewer noted that Liz Tomey previously released a similarly named product called the One Funnel Business System. If you already have that one, you might want to skip this or at least check closely for content overlap so you aren't just buying something you already own.
As always, guys, you have to do your own final pre-purchase due diligence. Because the review software was blocked from automating the analysis, make sure you view the live sales page directly in your own browser. Double-check and confirm those exact refund terms before you hit the checkout button. And remember, since there are literally 0 upsells, you can confidently budget exactly $97 total for the whole package. I want to leave you with this final, kind of provocative thought. You now have a complete, well-documented PLR package laid out right in front of you. But the real challenge, it isn't acquiring the asset, it's what you actually do with it. Are you ready to actually launch a lean solo business system, rebrand this content, and start generating revenue? Or are you just collecting more digital content to sit gathering dust on your hard drive? The blueprint is definitely there, but the execution is entirely up to you. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next